Hey guys, Lustre here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video with this beautiful TV. So this is the 55-inch version R635 from TCL. So this is a 4K HDR Quantum Dot Dolby Vision Dolby Atmos TV from, of course, TCL. And on my previous video, I showed you a little bit of the body of the TV, the ports, measurements, and also I did a test with the dirty screen effect and also local dimming. So if you guys are interested in seeing overall about this TV, check out that previous video that I have. I'm going to leave a link right here on top. This time I'm going to test it with my Xbox One X. I'm going to show you how it looks, how THX gaming certified mode works, and I'm going to show you, of course, my settings. So if you're interested in this, welcome to the channel, guys. I'm Lustre and let's do this. Alright guys, so before you start gaming, you gotta make sure that your HDMI ports are set up correctly. So for that, we're gonna go into settings on the TV. So then we're gonna go into TV inputs. And then, for example, I have my PlayStation 4 on HDMI 1 and then my Xbox on HDMI 2. You can actually rename this if you want to. So let's say that I want to put this Xbox. There you go. So that's going to be on the Xbox. And then over here, make sure you go into HDMI mode and you have to switch this to HDMI 2.0. I think originally it comes in automatic. So it's supposed to change automatic, but it doesn't really work correctly. So make sure that you have it at HDMI 2.0. Unfortunately, it's not 2.1. I wish it was, but this is what we have right now, HDMI 2.0. And then over here, variable refresh rate, you want to turn this on. Of course, this is only supported with the Xbox One X, or maybe you have a PC with an AMD video card, you will have access to variable refresh rate. Variable refresh rate is an adaptive sync, so it works with either that or your Xbox. Alright guys, so before we jump into the games, let me show you the settings that we have here on the Xbox One X. I'm using the Xbox One X. Let's go into the settings and then we're going to go into TV and display options. And over here we get to choose the resolution. Of course, we have 4K, 1440p, 1080p, and 720p. So mostly we're going to use 4K for the most part. I'm also going to test 1440p. And also over here in the refresh rate, we have the option of 120 Hz and 60 Hz. So for next generation of consoles, you are able to use 120 Hz, but you're only limited to 1440p. So that is something just to keep that in mind. Of course, we can also use that setup as well right here with the Xbox. And then over here we have 4K TV details. We got all the green check marks except for the 50 Hz. We're here, I'm here in California, North America. We don't use that refresh rate here. We only use 30 Hz or 60 Hz or 120 Hz. So I don't worry about that. Over here in video modes, we have the option of 24 Hz, allow auto low game latency mode. So this is pretty much auto game mode. And this is very, very helpful. Automatically switches to game mode when you are playing an actual game. You know, and also of course your settings. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Allow variable refresh rate. So this TV also supports variable refresh rate. Doesn't support freezing, but it's pretty much the same thing. Allow YCC 422, of course 4K HDR10, and also supports Dolby Vision. Alright guys, so now I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and of course this is another game that is running at 4K. This is, I believe, is 4K 30 with HDR. And one thing I'm always looking for, especially when I'm playing games like this that is lower frames per second, 4K 30, I want to see if there's any screen tearing, you know. So what I like to do is I like to pan the camera like this. And also I gotta say, the motion, it looks good. I don't see any stuttering. I don't see any ghosting either. Sometimes you'll see ghosting around the character, like an aura. It's very noticeable in some games sometimes. Especially I notice it on PlayStation games. But over here is non-existent. So the TV is either the TV is doing a really good job especially with motion. So if you're worried about that, you shouldn't be worrying. Stuttering, there's nothing in here, no screen tearing at all either. Of course, this has the variable refresh rate, but usually variable refresh rate covers from 48 hertz or 48 hertz up to 120 hertz sometimes. By just going around here in this, I believe it's, oh yeah, that's a theater right there. Man, this looks beautiful. St. Denis, I believe, is this. Let's go into the TV settings real quick. Now over here, you guys notice that picture mode, I have this one in gaming. And trust me guys, you want to use gaming, otherwise the input lag, it jumps. I don't know exactly what number it is, but you can definitely feel it when you're playing your games. So one thing I noticed is that you guys notice that over here I have it out gaming already, right? And then you can access a picture, you can pretty much set everything up. I'm using everything out of the box, and because this is the THX certified game mode, which means that they already adjusted for you so you can get the best performance, the best colors, the best picture possible while using game mode. And honestly, I do like it. You know, I do like this. Maybe I would change the warm to normal, but it looks too cold, too blue. There's a lot of blue, definitely, especially right here in cool. So I do like it in warm. I don't know, it looks nice. It looks well balanced, and that's it. One thing I can tell you guys is that once you have those settings adjusted, those are for SDR gaming. Let me show you what happens when you switch to HDR. Alright guys, so I'm going to start playing Call of Duty, and this game does support HDR, but if we go into the TV settings, you guys notice that the picture mode, it's set up at dark HDR, and that's the thing. Game mode doesn't kick in because I switched to an HDR mode. So you have to manually go in here and switch it to HDR gaming. Otherwise, the input lag is going to be crazy high and you're not going to be able to play. And this is pretty funny because it has happened to me before, and this is only on TCL TVs. Once you do this, every single time that you're gaming with HDR or SDR, game mode is already going to be set up. So this is only you only have to do this once, and that's it. All right, so, but be sure you change this. All right, let's go into the picture settings, and remember, this is the THX certified game mode. So guys, pretty easy. I have not changed anything because it looks really good. The backlight is all the way to 100%, brightness 50. Of course, you want to have this to 100%. You want to take full advantage of that HDR levels, right? Contrast is also 100%. I find that is fine like that. Sharpness 20, color 45, and color temperature is at warm. All these other enhancements, action smoothing, action clarity, LED motion clarity, none of those things are going to work. So over here, game mode is on, of course, and that is pretty much it. Alright guys, so let's play a little bit of Call of Duty, fast action mode. I'm running this at 4K 60 with HDR, variable refresh rate. Pretty awesome stuff. Ooh, they almost got me. Gotta get away with this. So I'm using the THX certified game mode, and like, let me tell you guys, I love the tuning, how they did this. Colors, contrast, black levels, it looks fantastic. I love it. So if you're looking for a TV that looks good and performs good as well, this is probably one of the best options you're gonna have. There you go. My God, personal radar Lustre. Oh, he left. Lucky. So anyways, guys, I am loving this, but oh, there you go. There's one thing I do have to say. Black levels are not as deep black as the Hisense H9G. So if you prefer better picture, deeper black levels, I still think the Hisense has the upper hand. It's just that it looks so good. and whenever you're playing something, either gaming or movies, the contrast and brightness is just, they just stand out. That's why I love that Hisense H9G. I wish it had all these other features this TV has, you know, the variable refresh rate, 1440p 120 hertz. What else? Auto low game latency, EARC. I mean, all these other features are so awesome that this TV has. And I just wish the Hisense had them too. So anyways, that's my impressions about that. But other than that, man, this TV is very, oh my god, it's very impressive. For gaming, pretty awesome. Alright guys, so now let me show you a new feature that Microsoft just added to this Xbox, and that is how to calibrate HDR for games. It is very simple setup. They actually activate HDR, and then you just follow the instructions. So it says set your TV into game mode. Of course you want to use game mode, and then set room lighting to match your normal gameplay environment. Also disable your TV's picture sharpening settings because sometimes can cause unwanted outlines around the test pattern blocks. So once you have all that set up, let's hit next. And then over here it says minimum luminance. This screen determines the darkest visible details on your TV. So on the right hand side, I'll show you how it's supposed to have it. I already have it set up. You can go darker if you want. That way you don't want to go all the way dark because you also want to be able to see some details, right? Even dark details. So over here it says maximum luminance. That way you have to set up the brightness visible details on your TV. It'll show you once again another example, very easy to follow. So you want to have this brightness, and then finally the screen determines the brightest visible details on your TV. So set up your blocks. So just follow the instructions, guys. Once this is set up, at the end it'll show you a picture of how the image is supposed to be once it's calibrated correctly and uncalibrated. And then of course, once it's calibrated, you're able to see a lot of more details. You can also actually see the shape of the sun, and then throughout the clouds around the sun, and then on the uncalibrated image, you'll see that there's just like a bright light in there. You don't see any shadow details, no clouds, nothing. Same with the colors. With the calibrated, you can see the colors are more defined, more saturated. On the uncalibrated image, the whole image looks washed out. So once you have this set up, you can enjoy really good HDR when gaming. Alright guys, so finally I'm going to show you a little bit of Gears 5. I believe this game was requested in the previous video. So there's a couple of things that I did change for making this last part of the video. One thing is that I'm recording during daylight. So you guys notice on the left hand side it's going to be a little bit brighter. I just want you to show you how this TV performs with some ambient light. Alright, the room is not pitch black anymore. Second of all is that I'm using a camera here. So everything that you see, it shouldn't be taken as a reference. The reason being is because, for example, I have my camera with a regular ISO. So what I notice is that it crushes a lot of white and brightness. There's a lot of details that you guys don't see. Let me show you if I adjust the ISO, right? Let me adjust it here to -1, and I believe that looks a lot better. You know, that looks a lot more closer to how I'm looking at the TV right now. But the problem when I do this is that a lot of you guys will say that I'm crushing black details. So it's kind of hard to make a perfect video, and that is the reason that I explain and I share with you my own personal experience. All right, so I wanted to keep that out of the way. Now let's play some Gears 5. Let's do this. All right guys, so this is a very dark scene right here in Gears 5, and I also wanted to show you the reflections of this TV. So it is playable during day. I'm glad to say that. It is a semi-gloss, I believe it's a semi-gloss clear that it has. So you will see some reflections when you have ambient light around it, but still it performs very good. I like it. Alright guys, so how is this TV for gaming? Well, at least for right now, I'm having a really good time. I believe the THX certified game mode, it's working very good how it's supposed to do. Out of the box, I like it. I think they did the settings very good. Colors are well balanced. There's a little bit of a yellowish tone. It's a warm tone they are adding, but I don't have any issues with that because that's how I like it anyways. But if you don't like this, you can also adjust it, adjust it to your own preference. But out of the box, I like that I don't have to do pretty much anything. Also, the performance, it is very good. It is very responsive. So if you're a demanding gamer, and this TV is going to perform very good. So I like that you have gaming performance, and also the picture looks sharp, detailed, colorful. Now when it comes down to brightness, I think this TV, it does look very bright. I believe it's hitting around 900 nits of peak brightness. It is not as bright as the Hisense. I do have to say that the Hisense H9G, it still looks brighter, and it's not near close, but man, it still looks nice and beautiful. And I also like that it has all those other features like auto low game latency, 1440p 120 hertz. It has EARC. I mean, it has a lot of HDMI 2.1 features. So I'm really liking this TV, especially for gaming. But if you want to enjoy movies as well, so you can also have those settings for movies as well, which I'm going to show in the next video. You also have Dolby Vision and everything, so I'm going to be touching that in another video. But for right now, for gaming with the Xbox One X, guys, this is awesome. Now I noticed a lot of you guys have questions about the blooming issues, and I show you in my previous video. Well, I can say that while using with regular use of this TV, you don't see any of that. I don't see any of that becoming a big problem, So unless you're looking for it, unless you do those tests, you will notice those issues. But when using like a real-time gaming or maybe movies, I don't know, we'll test the movies as well, but in gaming I don't see any problem. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also keep in touch because I will be testing more gaming with the PlayStation 4 and also movies. Alright, so thank you so much for stopping by, guys. I'm Jolster, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Jolster out. Oh hey guys, Jolster here. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. By the way, did you enjoy this content? If you like this kind of content, if you like to support this channel, first off, make sure you like and subscribe. And also you can become a member. Just hit that join button. You get access to some of the emojis that I created. And also you get early access to some of my videos, the aftermath of the live stream that I do. But mostly just want to support this channel, hit that membership program. Alright, I'm working on more videos right now, so make sure you stay tuned for more. I'll see you guys. Jolster out.